Welcome to SSN Entertainment TV, your go-to channel for thrilling game highlights and the latest news from the world of sports. Whether you're a die-hard fan or just looking for some exciting entertainment, SSN has got you covered. The Golden State Warriors told us everything we need to know in the most recent game against the Portland Trail Blazers, where they came back 20-plus points down without Stephen Curry. So in today's video, we're going through 5 reasons why the Golden State Warriors are playoff ready, and also why they came back against the Portland Trail Blazers and some of the key players and moments that helped them win that game. So make sure to like this video. And if you want more Golden State Warriors content like this, don't forget to subscribe to the channel hitting that red button down below. So the first is Jordan Poole has been absolutely bowling out now. Jordan Poole has replaced Stephen Curry in the lineup, and he has done a fantastic job at being the able point guard for this team and also providing a lot of scoring. Now, Jordan Poole has done a fantastic job because in the most recent game against the Portland Trail Blazers, he was actually the leading scorer with 29 points, and he also dished out 6 assists, 5 rebounds, and also went 10 from 24 from the field. So he did a great job overall, but where I do see him really providing a lot for this team is definitely in scoring when it was needed. Klay Thompson was having a bit of a cold streak, and he was missing here and there. However, Jordan Poole did step up to the plate and provided the scoring that this Golden State Warriors needed in order for them to come back in this game and win it all. On top of this, he was also able to take care of the playmaking because he got 6 assists in this game, where Jordan Poole usually averages around 2.5 to 3 assists per game. So this is something that we have never really seen from Jordan Poole's game, providing a lot of playmaking. And that was honestly fantastic to see. He's definitely adapted his game ever since getting into that starting lineup and running that main point guard position, and he has done a great job at really adapting and finding his way within this lineup now when it comes to Jordan Poole as a whole. I do think when it comes to him providing a lot for the offense, you definitely see it happen a lot in the pick-and-roll situations. He comes very fast off the pick-and-roll, he looks really good, is able to get the shot off. But if it's not there, there's always the Royal Man and Kevin Looney and also Draymond Green diving to the basket where he is always able to find them. And that's one of the reasons why he was able to tally up 6 assists in this matchup. Now, the Portland Trail Blazers are a pretty good defensive team, and I did think that Golden State Warriors were going to struggle, but Jordan Poole definitely surprised me and was able to drop 29 points very easily now. Portland did start off strong, but when Jordan Poole got hot, that's basically where it went downhill from them. So I do think Jordan Poole doing what he does best, scoring, assisting, and also adding rebounds to his tally was honestly fantastic, and is definitely the playmaker that they needed in this team now. When they came back from this deficit, this is actually the biggest comeback that they have ever had without Stephen Curry. And it definitely does show that this team without Steph Curry can still win games. And this is something that a lot of NBA fans in general that aren't really Warriors fans are really scared about when it comes to Warriors. That without Steph Curry, they can't win any games. They can't close any games. And in this one, we definitely saw Golden State Warriors without Stephen Curry close a 20-plus point comeback, and in doing it in nice fashion where they ended up actually winning by 20 points as well. So it was honestly fantastic to see Jordan Poole. Like I always mentioned, guys, has done such a great job and has developed so much over the last couple of years, he's really starting to turn into a superstar. And I do think due to his performance with Steph Curry injured, he definitely deserves a lot more minutes, and is definitely an integral part to this lineup, and also to the Golden State Warriors roster, and he's definitely going to be needed when the playoffs do come around. The second is Draymond Green being the defensive juggernaut. Draymond Green is such an integral part to this Golden State Warriors team. Not many people, especially casual NBA fans, really do know what Draymond Green does for the Warriors. Dream On is definitely the defensive anchor that they need in order to lead them, especially on the defensive side of things. And we have definitely seen him do such a fantastic job. As a reason, we look at his stats in the most recent game against the Portland Trail Blazers, he was able to rack up 12 points, which was actually really surprising. Not many people thought he could score. He also had 8 assists, however, and 9 rebounds, while also shooting 4 from 5 from the field and 1 from 2 from the three-point line, so he was shooting a high efficiency, pretty much only missed 1 shot, which was insane. And I do think it is great to see Draymond Green getting more involved in the scoring factor, which has made him a lot more dangerous, and also the Warriors team in general a lot more harder to guard. So ever since the All-Star break, the Golden State Warriors are actually ranked in the top 10 post-All-Star break when it comes to defense. However, for the whole season, they are actually ranked 24th. But the fact that past the All-Star, even without Stephen Curry, they have been able to pull it together and be in the top 10 defense really does show that Draymond Green is leading the way. Draymond Green has actually had the biggest increase in his usage on the defensive side of things, and that's one of the reasons why I do think they are performing a lot better when it comes to defense. A lot of people thought that without Stephen Curry, they would really suffer a lot on offense. But we have seen that with Draymond Green taking a huge difference in the way he plays defense, and the way he leads his team on defense. It has definitely taken a huge increase to their defense, and as we all know, guys, defense wins games. So he's done a fantastic job, and talking about his stats, him getting 12 points was honestly fantastic. On top of that, dishing out 8 assists. As a power forward, still surprises me to this day. What Draymond really does provide in the playmaking really can't be described. It's something out of this world that I do think really is a very underrated part of his game. His playmaking really does open up a lot of other players such as Klay, DiVincenzo, Jordan Poole, or even when we look at the bench, other players such as Draymond Green, it really does open them up to be able to score, whether it's off a 3 off a mid-range or even driving to the basket. But him providing that play, making on top of Jordan Poole's, really does give a lot of opportunities for Golden State Warriors to score on top of that. He was also the leading rebounder in this game with 9 rebounds, and he was going up against some pretty big guys. A lot of people do forget that Draymond Green is only 6'6", so he isn't the tallest guy out there, and he is a little bit up there in age as time has gone on, so he isn't really the tallest, biggest guy out there. Yet he was able to grab the most boards, and he actually grabbed the most boards out of any other player that was on the floor that night. So Draymond, providing the rebounding, providing the playmaking, and also points, his defense was definitely unmatched. And it definitely showed in this comeback game against the Portland Trail Blazers. The third is Jonathan Kuminga being a great six-man, so as you all know, the lineup for this Golden State Warriors/Portland Trail Blazers game was Jordan Poole, Dante DiVincenzo, Klay Thompson, Kevin Looney, and Draymond Green as a starting 5. And we actually had Jonathan Kuminga coming off the bench and being the 6th man, and he provided so much for this team, it is really unfathomable. If we look at the bench, we actually had Jonathan Kuminga, Draymond Green, Anthony Lamb, Patrick Baldwin Jr. all play a couple of minutes, also Jerome and Moody, however. When it comes to the points, Jonathan Kuminga provided 16 points off the bench, while the rest of the bench only provided 8 points. So he pretty much doubled the amount that the rest of the role-playing roster did have, and I do think that is honestly insane to see Jonathan Kuminga provide so much in the little amount of time that he got. He actually didn't even get the most amount of minutes off the bench as well. He did only get 25 minutes, but in those 25 minutes, he put up 16 points, 3 rebounds, 1 steal, and also shot 8 from 10 from the field. So he was pretty much doing everything out there, and I do think he did a fantastic job at leading that second unit and providing what that second unit definitely needed. There was times where he was playing with some of the starters, such as DiVincenzo and Klay preferably. And I do think it really did help for him to get into that lineup. But when it comes to Kuminga and what he has provided off the bench, it definitely took a huge difference when it came to the game. Now, if we look at the Portland Trail Blazers bench, the bench only scored a total of around 24 points, and that's the whole bench. So that's the whole second unit. Jonathan Kuminga himself had 16, which was insane to see. So I do think he definitely outplayed the second unit for the Portland Trail Blazers. And that is definitely where championships are made. The second unit is just as important as the first unit. And if you have a strong second unit, especially come playoff and championship time, those are the teams that are usually come out the NBA champions each night and each day out. So the fourth is Golden State Warriors have improved their rebound and assist now. As you all know, the Golden State Warriors was actually a poor rebounding team and also didn't get a lot of assists throughout the whole season. However, post-All-Star, they have actually turned things up, changed up the game plan, because they actually rank top 10 now in both of those categories. If we look at the whole season, however, they did rank in the bottom 5 of those categories of rebounds and assist. But now post-All-Star, they have definitely brought that up compared to all other 30 NBA teams. If we look at the game against the Portland Trail Blazers, you definitely saw that we saw the Portland Trail Blazers as a whole grab 33 rebounds, while on the other hand, Golden State Warriors were able to grab 46 if we also look at offensive rebounds. Portland only had 9, while Golden State Warriors had 12. And defensive rebounds, Portland had 24, and then Warriors had 34. So you definitely see the difference there if we also look at assist. Portland had 26 assists, and Golden State Warriors had 34 assists. So you see a huge discrepancy between these two and a huge difference when it comes to points, rebounds, and also assist. However, I think what's really important is definitely the rebounds and all, because I think that's where Warriors definitely struggled, especially against a good rebounding teams. You saw them really struggle against teams such as Denver Nuggets, Cleveland Cavaliers. And those are the types of teams that they are probably going to be going up against, especially when it comes playoff time, whether Golden State Warriors finish 6, or whether they drop down all the way to 7th or 8, they're going to be going up against some big rebounding teams, and they need to be able to rebound in all facets. They do love running small ball. But Kevin Looney has definitely provided a lot of height in this lineup, and Draymond Green continuing to push further and further when it comes to rebounding has honestly done wonders for this team. We also see Klay Thompson starting to get more involved in rebounds, and I do think it is fantastic to see all 5 players, especially in the starting 5, really crash the boards. We had Jordan Poole with 5 rebounds, DiVincenzo had 4. We had Klay Thompson with 8 rebounds, Looney with 7, and then Draymond Green with 9. So a lot of them were really providing a lot, which was fantastic to see. So the 5th is Golden State Warriors' improved shooting efficiency now, like I mentioned before, with Golden State Warriors being a poor rebounding and a playmaking team. They also had a really poor three-point and also field goal percentage as a whole. Yes, they do have players such as Klay, Steph, Jordan Poole. However, as a whole, their percentages were actually very low. However, Poe's All-Star, they actually rank in the top 5 now, which was fantastic to see where they were around the 15th to around 20 mark throughout the whole season, so they've improved it drastically, even without Stephen Curry in. But if we look at the most recent game against Portland Trailblazers, Portland from the field actually shot 43%, while Golden State Warriors shot 53%, so that is honestly such a huge difference. And on top of that, guys, Golden State Warriors actually shot more shots as well, which is insane to see. So there was a 10 difference in field goal. If we even look at three-point percentage, it even gets further. Portland shot 30% from the 3, while also Golden State Warriors shot 40 from the 3, which is honestly a huge big difference of 10. So this is honestly something that has not really been, I guess talked about enough, but percentages matter. And if you're fishing from the field, it definitely pays off at the end, and that's definitely something that Golden State Warriors have done and continue to do as time has gone on. And there you have it for today's video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for the latest Golden State Warriors updates. Thanks for watching, and we hope to see you in the next video.